And we are back in Acts. We are in chapter 26 today. We just have two more chapters after this, and then we have completed our study of Luke and Acts. Here we continue to see that Luke is focused on Paul and his story, and he has come before Festus and Agrippa. Now, we see that in the first 23 verses, Paul is recounting his history and including his upbringing, how he was raised, but also he is telling them about his conversion experience and then what happened after that. Now, some people look at the three different times that Paul recounts his testimony in Acts, and they notice that there are some slight differences, and some people say, see, contradictions. Well, actually, Paul is condensing, and especially here in this last testimony that he gives, he's greatly condensing the narrative. Why? Because he has to. He's trying to tell a comprehensible story, and so he is putting a lot of things together. It's not contradiction, it's not lying, it is contextualizing. It's where are you, and it's taking advantage of your setting and realizing that sometimes you have to take different approaches. And so that's what's happening here. He's just condensing a lot of things at once or adding in some extra details that we never got before. So there's no contradiction here. Understanding the ancient mindset and also understanding just, different settings call for different tactics. But we also see that Paul is faithful under trial. He continues to recount and be a witness for the gospel, no matter the circumstances, no matter the audience. As we move on in verses 24 through 29, we notice that both Festus and Agrippa are mocking Paul. They're not taking it seriously. They're not really listening. Festus saying, hey, you've had your head in books too much, it's driving me crazy. And then Agrippa saying, you much longer and you convince me to become a Christian. It's they're not their hearts are hard and their ears are closed. And we see one of the themes of Jesus' ministry was, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. That Jesus, because of his unique authority, we're not just supposed to listen, we're supposed to listen and respond. And they are not listening because they're not responding. Then in verses 30 through 32, we see just another clear display that Paul is innocent. He hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't done anything worthy of death. These are trumped up charges. This is just to get him out of the way because the Jewish authorities don't like that he is spreading the gospel. Now, for us, how do we respond? What's some application we can take? And I think it's very simple. We need to be a witness. We see Acts 1:8. Holy Spirit says, Jesus said, you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses. Where? Jerusalem, Judea and Samaria, to the remotest part of the earth. Paul is doing that. He's being faithful, and he is relying on the power of the Holy Spirit to continue to be that witness. We need to do the same. Wherever we find ourselves, whatever our circumstances, we need to be a witness. We need to be a witness for the gospel, for Jesus Christ. We have two more chapters left. I'm going to do those in one video tomorrow. So I'll see you then.